Okay, so nobody likes paying any more tax than they actually have to pay. A lot of people don't even like paying what they have to pay. So I'm going to give you a number of tips here that are going to reduce the amount of tax you're going to pay. So obviously for most people, there's work-related expenses. And these can be things like vehicle and travel. I mean, like for people like builders or people who've got to carry heavy equipment. This can even include the travel from your home to work. For most people, that deduction isn't available. But if you're carrying bulky equipment, having to transport that, or you're traveling between places of work, there's some big deductions for you to have here. Another common area is in the clothing or uniform department. But you've got to be a little bit careful here because with clothing, generally it's got to be protective, it's got to be a uniform, or it's got to have a corporate logo on it. So it's not just any kind of street clothing, like even as an accountant, I couldn't claim this type of clothes as a tax deduction. So protective, safety, like safety goggles, boots, that kind of stuff, yes. But everyday clothes, no. A big area, particularly with the pandemic that's been happening, is the home office area. Now, there's a number of ways that you can claim this home office area, and it's probably best to actually get in touch with us and find out the different ways so that we can help you calculate what's going to give you the maximum benefit there. It can be a little bit tricky area, and you've got to make sure that this is something that's done properly, but it's a great way to save a little bit more tax is to write off some of that home office expense. Kind of like home office as well, people have like mobile offices. They have a phone, they have a laptop, that kind of stuff. So these are great deductions. Mobile phone, laptop. There's very few people who couldn't find something in the mobile phone area that was related to their work. This is going to be for millions of people. They're going to be able to claim that deduction. So they're your kind of like four big work-related ones: travel, vehicle, clothing, equipment, and home office. So make sure you're getting on top of those. They're really important. Okay, so here's another area where a lot of people miss deductions. So I'm going to give you a few ideas here of how you can get some extra deductions, reduce the tax you're paying, put more in your pocket. Better for you, better for your family. So the first one is, if you've been overdue with your tax and the tax office has charged you interest on the amount that's overdue, you can get a tax deduction for that interest. So that's something you definitely want to be looking at. And as your accountants, we can access that information instantly from the tax office. Make sure you maximize that deduction there. Like another good area is, and it's good for a number of reasons, is the area of gifts and donations. Now it's good because you get a tax deduction, but it's also good because you're helping someone out who's probably doing it a little bit tougher than you. Like we support a number of charities ourselves. We make donations to these places. Now we don't make them just to get the tax deduction. We are genuinely involved in some of these organizations. We want to see them flourish. They're doing great work with a number of people or with a number of different causes, whether it be environmental or other social causes. So this is a really good one. Make the deduction. Make the donation, get the tax deduction. It's great for you, it's great for them, and it's great for whatever they're helping as well. Word of caution, you have to be careful that they're a registered charity, so it can't be just any donation you make. So just be careful, make sure it's a registered charity. Another area that very dear to my heart is the management of your tax affairs. So if you pay for the management of your tax affairs, that's a tax deduction as well. I like it because it means more people are paying me, but it's a great tax deduction for you as well. So that's something I would highly recommend you making sure that you're maximizing your claim there. I mean, the final one I would say is there are opportunities also to make contributions to superannuation, personal contributions, not the ones from your employer, but the personal contributions, in some instances, they're going to be a tax deduction as well. So there's a bucket load of tax deductions from you. Work-related, vehicles and travel, clothing, home office equipment, including phones, and then other deductions like ATO interest, gifts and donations, superannuation contributions, and my personal favorite, payments to your local accountant. Okay, make the most of these deductions. If you want to talk about them more, get in touch with me. I'll definitely help you with this, and there's plenty of others that we'll be able to help you find as well.